What do you think Damon Harrison could add for you guys?
It's hard to say. I mean, you see a guy that big and that strong, you certainly know that he's a guy that when it comes to taking on blocks, knocking people back, and really taking up space, he's certainly a guy to help us up front. Big, strong man.
How have you felt in general about your run defense up to this point?
Well, we felt we've done a lot of work on it, spent a lot of time fitting up a lot of runs, and I think the guys have really been working really hard. They've been taking the challenge each and every week, and I think that when we look at game after game and all the details that we put into it, I think it's one of the shining points that we're doing at this point.
Jackie.
Hey, Coach. We were talking to Ryan Neal today, and he was saying that being on the practice squad and having to go up against Russell and just our wide receivers just really helped him a ton. What sort of advantage does that give a player when you're going against such high-quality players?
I just think the idea and the ability to be on the field and to develop day after day. Ryan's the type of kid who he just sucks up all the information. He works really hard. He's really smart. And everything that happens to him every day, he's asking questions about it. And then once it's his time to play, you can see all the information. He's been able to use it and put himself in really good position to be very impactful. You can tell the way he plays, the position that he's in, and the plays that he makes, that he hasn't wasted any time since he's been here. He's been preparing to get himself ready for his opportunity, and he's really taking advantage of it.
And then just looking at the Minnesota offense, when you look at a player like Adam Thielen, he didn't play against you guys the last time out in 2019. What does he do for their offense?
Really, really good player. I mean, he's a guy that we certainly have to know where he is. He's a guy that certainly has been very impactful and explosive for them, and he's one of the best route runners and go-to guys in the league. So we certainly have our work cut out for us.
Looking at their run game, Dalvin Cook leads the league in rushing yards.
Right.
Just how difficult is he to match up against?
It's going to be a big challenge. He's been very explosive. The run game for them is number one. Their whole team and the whole offense revolves around the ability to run the ball and play action pass. So that's numero uno for them to run the ball, and it's numero uno for us to stop the run. So it should be a great challenge for both teams.
Thank you.
Curtis.
Hey, Ken, how do you view kind of where your pass rush has been through the first 4 games of the season? Losing Bruce there early obviously has had an effect on it, but where do you feel that group kind of is at this point?
I think that we certainly have areas of improvement. You certainly would like to sack everybody every time, but at the same time, we have to understand who we have and who the guys we have rushing. But the guys are really working hard. We have to do a better job of putting ourselves in obvious pass situations. We've been in a lot of 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, and we like to get up to 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 8s to really be able to cover and a rush and a cover working together. But there's certainly areas we need to improve, and we'd like to get sacks every time. But obviously we haven't been able to do that, and we're still, working and trying to improve on that.
Without Jamal last week here, it seemed like you guys scaled back the blitz packages and stuff quite a bit and played more zone and drop in and that sort of thing. What did you learn out of that kind of experience? Because it seemed like you were able to keep Miami kind of in front of you, didn't allow the explosives last week. And how do you try to then mix Jamal back in and make it all fit together?
It was hard to say. Jamal's not here right now, so I really can't worry about mixing them in. But at the same time, we have to understand who we have and what each and every guy does best, and where are we as far as a unit. And I just felt that was the best for us last week. Each week is a different new challenge for us, and we'll see what happens this week.
Greg Bell.
Ken, KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner talked about the deeper drops and pass coverage and how that helped them. What did you see the result of that being last week?
Well, if you watched KJ play and the plays he was able to make on the ball, the ability that they had to be around the ball all the time, I think is important. Every team is different. I mean, every defensive plan is different because every team likes to attack you in different ways. Last week was a certain few concepts and certain few techniques we had to adjust, and every week is like that each and every week. But that week we needed them to drop a little bit deeper, and they did really, really well at it.
Would you say this is the first time you've had a truly run first? I mean, New England showed run first, but a team that is going to stick with the run no matter what this year?
It's hard to say. I mean, you never really know what you're going to get. Going into the New England game, they had come off over 200 yards rushing, and the week after they played us, they were up to 250 yards rushing. So it's really hard to say. We have to go out there, prepare for everything, and then make adjustments as the game goes on.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.